Greetings and good day. How are you all doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in the franchise playthrough of Metal Gear Solid. And continue, we just beat Metal Gear Solid 1. We're going to be going to do the tanker of the tanker section of Metal Gear Solid 2. We could do load game, and I'm pretty sure we could load into yeah, whatever. We're gonna do a normal playthrough on normal. I thought it was 2 years ago. Was it really last year? Yeah, whatever. We're gonna do tanker plant, of course. Normal. Radar type 2, we're just chilling. We're not gonna go crazy, right? Fictional story. Any and all similarities to characters, groups, or other entities in real life are coincidental. Of course. Well, not all of Metal Gear Solid.
We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport.
But most of the mainstay games.
But our noses have been out in the cold too long.
So, greetings and good day, Ray. How are you doing today? This is a game that I believe came out in 2004. What is with that bar? Hopefully that bar doesn't keep showing up. But today's going to be kind of a short one. We're going... Oh, I'm fucking exhausted. I did yard work today. Just got done with that like a half hour ago. Oh, the credits aren't showing. Like, the bars that we just saw were the credits, but they weren't showing the names. That was weird. Anyways, if I'm not mistaken, this game came out in 2004. We're just going to do the tanker section today. So it's probably going to be like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then I'm wrapping up. Because I'm exhausted. I will watch the cutscenes and all that, of course. Boring rune farming right now. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. It's unfortunate, but it is something that comes with the territory of a Souls game. Hello, Snake. So, this is a couple years after the Shadow Moses event, I believe. I don't know how many years it is after the Shadow Moses event. Oh, also... There's a briefing in this game, but it's not like it is in Metal Gear Solid. It's a lot of reading. Basically, you can read about the events of Metal Gear 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid, as well as read a couple of, like, things written by people that may have experienced... Like, you could read Nastasha's point of view, and Nastasha's point of view, she had a group of people with her, the Patriots, right? That's one of the first references you can get to the Patriots. I'm not reading all that shit this time, though. There is apparently an area you could go to at night that'll get you like 60k a minute or something like that, I guess. But I don't know what it is or where it is. You'd have to Google it. So, were you wearing the Octo camouflage that you get from Otacon, right? This is one of the reasons why people say that it's potential that the ending that's canonical is the one where you give up, but I disagree. And there goes the camouflage. And look at that. Guess who that is? Revolver. Ocelot.
You'll know soon enough.
And they were waiting for us to show up, right? Almost as if it's a setup. It's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Ah, gotcha.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
I wonder what the... Hold on a second.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camos.
I gotta wait till this is over before I could, like,
We must have overused it.
possibly
Sorry,
figure
but you're
out
gonna
what
have to
the
deal
issue
with
is with this
You're not in the military
stutter
anymore.
stepping.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed.
I'm happy as long as no one gives
Ah,
me
so a nice
anything
little catch-22 you got yourself in,
That
right?
thing with Naomi.
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
So this is references to the first game, as you can see. Also, 141.12.
Flashware.
Same exact codec number from the first game.
Again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake. let's get
Also,
to work.
you can use your
You know
analog
the technical
sticks
specs of Metal
to
Gear were
move
sold on the black market after Shadow Moses.
the thing.
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly.
No
And now
way.
every
And if you
state,
press R2
group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classic.
Your character will, like,
today's nuclear power.
have thoughts or
This
shit
new
like
one
that. It's
seems to
kind
be
of funny.
designed to wipe the floor with all the other models.
Right.
The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why
Amphibious?
this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
But yeah, that's some funny little things that you could do.
The mission
While
objective
that's
is to
going
get
on.
visual confirmation
Some
of any
cutscenes you could
metal
actually
transported by that tanker
zoom in,
and bring
like
back
this one.
photographic
I could
evidence.
actually zoom
I
in.
want you first to go
Not
up
really
to
a
the top
point
level
to
of the
zoom in,
infrastructure,
considering,
the bridge.
you know.
We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we
But
don't know
yeah,
about
you can
this
zoom
new
into the
prototype. Capability,
cutscenes
deployment
and shit
method.
like that
We
too.
don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where
No,
the
I
testing
kinda
area
figured,
is, I can start to
Because
draw
you
some
kind of get
reasonable
locked behind a
conclusions.
certain amount of areas. There is a way to get to
Try to avoid confrontation.
Lurinia, or whatever the hell the
Our
place
goal
is
to
called,
collect evidence
without
on Metal Gear
fighting
development and expose it to the world.
Godric.
It would be best
but
if
it's a
we
pain
get
in the
out of
ass.
there Without alerting anyone.
Don't worry. I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
So that's if you pick up the cat, like, again, lots of potential references if you played Metal Gear Solid 1. This one actually has a reason to use the
Hey,
camera,
where's the
though.
Snake? These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt
Ah, yeah. Incantations, I see.
Are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files.
Did you,
myself.
No
Otacon?
traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans,
Ah,
this ship
so you're
should
making like
discharge its
a,
cargo upriver.
are you making an OP lightning build?
No doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too.
Standard
Security
operating
should be
procedure is SOP.
Too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters.
Just from the sound of the helicopter, Also, we got some individuals attacking these upstanding Marines.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon.
Cutscene should be going on along for a little bit longer.
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say...
Oh, hell yeah. There's a couple of pieces of armor in the DLC, I think, that will actually upgrade Ancient Dragon incantations. The spears are nice. Hey, I know who that is. Again, since it's a spoiler, that's Galukovich.
Touch that head of hair.
Sergei Galukovich. Here, I'll be back in one moment.
Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
So, there's a couple of things we can do. Alright. We're not going to do them, but you can actually level up your grip strength by doing pull-ups. I have to do this because this is something that always amuses me. But yeah, there's different, like, collectibles around here. Pentazamine, we really don't need, like, the way they have this stuff set up, we really don't need certain things. I'm not going to do this for everybody, but I do want to show off the...
Freeze.
Right, you hold them up, and you can get their dog tag, right? You can also keep holding them up to get other equipment, ammo, primarily grenades. It's between like 2 and 3 things. Now, mind you, every single difficulty has a different amount of people, and it has a different amount of individuals that you can get the dog tags from. Also, appreciate the lurk, Ray. We get a nice little look at Shadows. There's a couple of calls, codec calls, that I do want to try and do. This one is not one of them, if I'm being honest. This area, I didn't mean to go here yet. But yeah, there's oh shit. First we gotta go up.
Freeze.
Don't kill me.
And you can see like the name of the individual. I think a lot of the dog tags are associated with developers, in all honesty. Because we gotta go check where the shit's going. I didn't realize I was actually gonna get caught there. I forgot that you had to, like, go up against the wall. We should be fine. We shouldn't get spotted here.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Search team to X scene. Secure the stairs.
Mind you, some characters will sometimes search lockers. If you're lucky, they'll search the wrong locker if you've got multiple lockers around. If you're unlucky, they'll open your locker. But yeah, this is a nice little look at what the alert phase and caution phase looks like.
Attack team, withdraw and regroup.
This is what I wanted to do.
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake.
So there's a couple things like that that occur. A couple little like codec calls like that. Honestly, this is going to be really quick. This is going to be like a quick, maybe not even 2 hours. Oh, this codec call tells us that there's shit here we have to be worried about. Explosives. We can't crawl through that. We got our first cardboard box. No, there is no fast travel when it comes to the cardboard boxes in this section of the game.
Freeze.
Are you going to shoot me?
So we would actually have to get ourselves the SOCOM and a suppressor, I believe, unless we would knock other people out, because there are certain people like that that, like, won't let you hold them up. So you gotta show that you're not messing around by shooting them in the hand or the leg, in order to get access there. You could also do codec calls to hear about these guys, I think.
That must be the mess hall.
It's pretty small considering the size of the ship.
I guess modern tankers are so automated that you only need a crew of about 20. That's not a lot to feed. There's a lot of things there, but make sure you don't disturb anything and leave traces. The enemy might notice. Use crawl to
Yeah,
get
yeah, okay. He's talking about something we already know.
Who's that?
Well, that's a little bit of a shame, but we're fine. Like I said, this is going to be a lot quicker than I might have anticipated. You're about to be introduced to a character
So it is the Kasaka. Russian child.
that was another video game character crush I had back in the day.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
No, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
There she is.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VAR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as
Death. I have a bad feeling about this mission.
You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete.
Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild?
You will helicopter out of here now.
Said grandchild is somebody we end up meeting in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard.
Notice the hole in the knife?
Hold that position. Now, turn around.
She didn't toss the knife. You said toss a knife and then you didn't let her. Let her toss a knife, man.
It stopped raining.
Very astute observation.
Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean.
That's hella wicked.
And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine.
Come on,
No
game,
one
keep it
gets one
together.
Twice either.
No one's ever dodged that shot of mine.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We shared everything. All
Getting rid of that.
and all the good. I have no one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me.
Fuck! Come on.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
You get headshots, you get more stamina damage. Also, there's an automatic lock-on system, hilariously enough. Oh, fucking great aim. Come on, game, you can keep it together. We only got, what, 20 more minutes, really? It won't let us go there yet. I'm realizing that I probably could have done a lot better. had I just done what I'm doing now. I don't know why she's glitched out, but I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. There we go. Boss fight done. First boss fight of the game. Let's go. Now we've got ourselves a lethal option. We can also deal with the explosives.
Cipher. Otacon. The ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Oh, excuse me.
The GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear.
So Otacon lied to me.
Not like usual.
Lied to
How did
Snake.
you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was E.E.
E.E.?
Emma
Her name
Emmerich.
was Emma, but I always call her E.E.
Emma Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
You'll find 'em on
waste too much
Olga.
racket with that thing.
I hear you.
I don't know if you can find a suppressor. I'm not gonna really look for one. Olga Glukovich's dog tag. Some M9 bullets. You got any ammo for me? No? None? Okay, good. Good to know. Give me this ration. Is that our first ration? Does not look like it's our first ration. Luckily, we got a heal right after that boss fight. So that ammo actually disappeared on us.
Freeze.
Please give me some ammo. Wet cardboard box. But yeah, if we actually go up top, we can get ourselves the thermal vision. Oh, the thermal vision in this is gonna suck. So now we gotta go down in order to get to the hangar. He's calling about the damn thing.
What's that?
Wait for him to come by and just knock him out. Now that he's down there, we can do this. Go through now. No issue. I think the camera actually might stay destroyed, but I'm not 100% positive. This should be busted. Yeah, it is. But yeah, this can be one of the like extremely short level, right? There's a couple different ways you can actually get to the cruise lounge. That is the first time I think I have ever seen a dude not get knocked out. Like, what? That is... What just happened? Also, fun fact, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually get the pictures that you need to get from here, because you could also do codec calls to talk about seeing that on the TV, I think. Not 100% sure.
Freeze.
If you kill this dude, he'll give you his flies. Forgot we had to go down this way. But yeah, we basically have to go all the way around in the engine room because that other door's screwed up. Look who it is!
Raven.
Snake, that shadow,
It's him. No doubt about it.
but Raven was, you know, out in Shadow Moses.
I know. Maybe it's the last of his 9 lives. Or maybe his maker decided to give him another chance.
You're not serious, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Either way, we'll find out soon enough.
Snake, watch your step, okay? Hey, Snake, you found a hand.
We already know about the handgun. Oh, this one has this thing, but look. It's like an action figure thing of Raven. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we open this up. Surprise! Hello? There we go. We could punch him and knock him down on that dude. Well, we could have at least. Look at that. That was kind of close. But yeah, there's a lot to explore down here that I'm not touching right now. I think we have to knock that dude out. And we have to knock this dude out after he's done with the radio call.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol at the small room on the port side.
Let me up. Don't accidentally blow up the Semtex. Six.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Semtex.
Yes. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives.
So this is what they were talking about.
Looks like it. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire
Fish!
ship.
That
Fish!
sounds about right.
I'm not in the mood.
Fish
for
is not a word,
fishes.
Snake, you dumbass!
There are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find.
There is no other way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get
If
in
you
close
have the
enough to
infrared,
touch
you
it,
can
so
kind of
have to
use that
shoot at
infrared
it.
to get a look at
But the M9's knockout
what you got
rounds
going
won't
there.
work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
On the harder difficulties, there's a lot more things there. Alright. You can also shoot the flower right next to it to see it instead of using the smoke. Forgot about that.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
There we go. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could think off the top of my head. I know we could shoot pipes to affect things. There's a couple of calls we can do in the main stuff actually happens in the plant section, right? There's references to Metal Gear Solid 1 here. Like if we were to save it right now, or if we save it a couple times, Otacon actually tries to do the Mei-Ling proverbs.
You want to save, Snake?
And if you do it enough, he'll run out. But today's one of those days where I'm just
Snake,
out
you
of it.
Of course, know the saying.
Here it
one
is.
For all for one.
What is this all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these.
And every single one has a little bit of like things that are just off. Also, the control. Oh, we're about to get into a boss encounter. Not a boss fight. A boss encounter. We could go non-lethal, but I really don't give a shit. I think we can get a suppressor too, by the way. You can also shoot glass bottles and shit like that. There's not been a lot of room for me to... Like, I could have taken my time with this a little bit longer, but I'm just out of it. That, and this is a short section. It's fun. But a lot of the little gotchas, little Easter eggs, are in this next area as well. We saw the one from Metal Gear Solid 1 with Raven.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control. Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already. All communications to the halls have been severed. No one is aware of our presence. Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
So, you could say that there's a series of events that occur, one of which is that just happened. Well, we knocked out Olga, so by the time Olga gets up, because it'll be like several hours or whatever, nobody will be there to get her. Shit. I am playing poorly. There's a couple of people we gotta take out. Ah, I didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. I pressed X, but I fucking didn't do it quick enough. God, I'm playing bad today. Are the final guys coming? Yeah. Alright. That could have been so much better. I'm out of it today, though. So now they can't go save Olga. Or at least keep her safe from, you know, any other individuals from getting a hold of her. Didn't notice the dude behind us. And now we're sealed inside.
Who goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
What a hell of a betrayal. Like, that blew my mind, you know? First time going through that, because I was like, wait, I thought you were, like, you wanted to bring forth Mother Russia. What are you doing?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
current state of nuclear.
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this
Fun
camera
fact, there's
to
a
get
couple pictures that if you
photographic
take
evidence
those
of the Metal Gear
pictures,
prototype.
Otacon will have a
Now
reaction
do
to
your
them.
thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left.
I don't remember where it is. There's a location we can go to take a picture that'll get like all of the pictures we need.
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
Different difficulties will actually kind of affect that, I believe.
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
There's actually a couple different things you can do with the
Every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse
the
yet,
projector.
So do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability.
Also, there's a dude in his shorts over there, or his underwear.
Metal Gear derivatives.
Does a cardboard box work?
We initiated development
It
of
does.
Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be...
I don't think I've ever gone down here before.
The Green Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this.
That's actually kind of funny. I noticed that. I saw the camera move, and I'm like, wait a minute, can I open this? Looks like I can.
Nuclear proliferation.
That's kind of wild.
It It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own raid project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that
So if you listen to the speech,
aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of raid. The opposition from the Navy is an
you actually kind of
undeniable
hear
fact. There's a lot of
how
pressure from
you've got like all the military factions are kind of vying, like they're going against each other, weirdly enough. I've never gone through that tunnel system.
interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind.
So this is a dude who's kind of aware of some of the like Illuminati secret shit that's been going on, right?
Nations building up their own Metal Gear force with
This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm gonna do it the whole way through.
dominance spelled out by Ray.
It's probably quicker to actually run through, but this is probably the safest you.
Play a central role in its military affairs.
Forget about it.
No shit.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
Oh shit, they'll look down and spot me. Okay, good. So this only really happens in
Down.
normal difficulty. The harder difficulties, he goes through the whole speech without stretching.
Let's continue. I have a daughter. It is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generations. As a soldier, I know.
All right. This is the first time I think I've ever seen this from this angle.
Moses incident during the Sears administration.
Here we go.
The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Sears. Because remember, his name was George Sears. It's one of the only snakes that we know the name of, or at least the name that they used.
Metal Gear.
Gear. So I think if we take a picture at the right angle on the left-hand side, we actually get a picture of everything. It's a speed run strat. I might try it.
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia.
You can also take a picture of the dude, and he'll,
Anti-ballistic missile agreement.
Otacon will say a couple things about that.
Missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning.
Damn.
President Sears
Good.
One.
succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard joint tactical information distribution identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive fire power. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
And that's us.
We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear
what happens is that's another pause right there. They do like left, right. They have anti-Metal Gear terrorists, right? Also the MGX load is like a PSX or whatever reference. There's a lot of references in this if you actually get through and read it, right? Also, you can like look to see what the passwords were when they try and log in. Root, login, password, incorrect. Login, Scott. Password incorrect. But yeah, you can listen to the entire speech and it will fail you. You can actually change the projector that goes back and forth. You can change that a bunch of times. And
So, any codec moments
you'll
from
see
you,
like
Snake?
a
Okay, first up.
sequence
This
that
is
interrupts
great. The Marines
the
lettering shows up
speech
really well.
basically and gets you caught.
Next up is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Next up is... Okay, this
Might be the
works.
quickest I've
It's
ever
a great
beaten this.
front view.
Ugh.
The next image is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Rain. That is all. Dismissed.
Like, how the hell would we get out of this? You know, without this happening.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska.
Also called Revolver Ocelot. The fucking echo of Ocelot is always the best. And then it like... Oh.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
That's a very important thing that he says right there. Taking it back. Because, like I said, if you listen to the speech, you actually hear the commander talk about certain things about, like... Almost like a secret war he's talking about, right? A Makarov, I think.
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. almost at the target. Get a move on.
See, there's a specific point with which they want to have this done by.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Not you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Kurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
Solidus,
No hard
we know
feelings,
from the
Colonel.
first game, is George Sears.
Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade.
Back in,
I abandoned her
Yep.
during the Cold War.
Metal Gear Solid 3, actually, is, when that started to happen.
Metal Gear only has room for one. Kurlukovich,
You and your
daughter
daughter
will
will die
die
here.
Damn you!
The plan was for everybody to die on this ship. That obviously won't work out, but we'll get to that later. This is one of the coolest moments, by the way.
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
At that moment, the fact that nobody tried to shoot him is kind of phenomenal. You notice that thing on his, look at that, right-hand side, right? I think it's right-hand side, whatever. The little square device. That's the Semtex thing, right?
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
When they're locked inside of the ship like that, how the hell are they gonna be able to swim? Not a single bullet is hitting him. And these are trained Marines. And there are a lot of them that are shooting at him. Here's a big moment. Very important. He has his other arm now, right? He got a replacement for his arm. Because remember that got... Oh, that's right. There's a visual glitch.
It's been a while, brother.
What's this?
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program.
Still, notice that? Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program. Fox Die didn't become active.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Nanomachines, son. So there's a lot of arguments about this, right? So a lot of fathers just died. But yeah, there's a lot of controversy, if you would, about that arm. And like Liquid taking over Ocelot and a bunch of other shit. He mentioned the clones being a product of their father when he was in his late 50s. That's kind of important because in real life, the clone, like, we have cloned a sheep before. But that sheep ended up dying, we as, like, humanity, a couple years earlier than it should have. Basically, the genetics carry on, so, like...
You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
When Snake's born, he's basically born at, like, kind of, like, 50, if you would, you know? What's really funny is I think one of the only reasons the people that survive this do so is because of what Liquid does here. You don't say. Get yourself some seal. Now, why would a robot need water? Well, it doesn't have a dick laser, but it has a high water pressure cannon that is just about as similar as the laser. And this right here is why the people that survive do so.
Snake! Snake!
proceeding as planned, sir.
So Ocelot regained control and was talking to somebody just there, proceeding as planned. We can assume that it's Solidus.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene.
Using
The
a
cipher was most useful.
army cipher. Using an
I look
army
forward
cipher.
to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
And that right there is the end of the tanker section. Next up will be the plant, but we're not going to do that right now. I'm going to save it slot 1. New file. And we are going to exit there. Yeah, scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together. Information age, people, historical, yada yada yada.
Snake.
We are not going to let that go through yet. You heard somebody who sounded familiar say Snake, but we're not going to get into that yet. Like I said, that's going to be it for me for today. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm tired. And today was intended to be a short one. Didn't go over all of the things I could have gone over. Didn't do a lot of codec calls. But in all honesty, the tanker doesn't really have too much to go over. Right? Like, you could take some pictures of Olga, and Otacon will, I think, call you a pervert. Or something like that. You could do a couple things in some of the lockers with pictures, like pin-up girl pictures. That will get you some conversation. You could take pictures of them, and he'll respond in a way where he's like, oh, I'm going to save some of these pictures for later. Ha ha ha. Anyways, that's going to be it for me for today. Tomorrow we're doing the sponsorship thing as well as continuing Metal Gear Solid 2. We're going to take our time with the next section, because the next section's where there's a lot of shit going on. And I'll probably get more into spoilers and stuff like that, because there really wasn't much to get into for spoilers with this one. I brought up taking it back. Also, I think I might have stepped away, or I wasn't paying attention, when Ocelot said something about the Patriots and the American general soldier dude for the Marines said Lale Lule Lo. The reason why they said Lale Lule Lo is because they're an individual who can be easily influenced by the Patriots. Like, he's an unknowing agent of them, I guess. I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's like a whole thing, right? The Patriots are basically the Illuminati. They rule the world type thing secretly. And, that's what Ocelot works for right now, basically. We can get more into that later down the line. For the time being, though, that is going to be it for me. If you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel, as well as my main if you're watching on YouTube. Links will be down in the description below through all my links. Exclamation point links, like so, for those watching on Twitch. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord, where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to a stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as where you can communicate with other citizens of the kingdom. Whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. And until next time, take care and have a good one.